How many people do you think it takes to play a flute, orchestral bells, a snare drum, and a xylophone at the same time? It may surprise you that one person can do it all. Here's our own Danny Allman with the story of a true one-man band.
Massive amounts of metal, shaped like towering thin smokestacks.
A fascinating sounding instrument. The best recording doesn't come close to giving you the vibration you feel when you're sitting in the seats and the building starts to shake around.
The mighty Wurlitzer organ at Keystone Oaks High School has been amazing audiences for 30 years. Jay Smith, a founding member of the Pittsburgh Area Theater Organ Society, seems to know everything about these special instruments.
Theater organs started in the early part of the 20th century when movies started. But shortly after they started showing these films, and by the way, none of them had soundtracks, so it was completely silent. Somebody said, hey, we ought to have some kind of accompaniment with this thing. So the larger places would have small orchestras, smaller places would have these pianos played by one person, and the piano was never suitable enough, and the orchestra was always expensive, paying all these people. So somebody thought, well, let's put an organ in. Can be back to one musician, but have more capabilities.
And more capability is definitely what this Wurlitzer has. The organ is a 3-manual 19 rank, meaning that there are 3 keyboards the organist plays and 19 sets of pipes to perform the instruments. Once the blower is fired up, the magical melodies sound clear and crisp.
On the main side is the concert flute, diapason, 2 sets of string, violin pipes, clarinet. The other side is the oboe horn, another tibia, a little buzzy sound called a canora that sounds like bees in a bottle. Things like a xylophone is in here, and orchestral bells, glockenspiel, a sweet little sound called a chrysoglot, a harp that we roll on stage here that also doubles as a marimba.
This Wurlitzer had quite an interesting journey before it was installed at Keystone Oaks.
This organ started in the Prospect Theater in Brooklyn, New York. We went in 1973 over Thanksgiving weekend with truck and bought the thing and brought it home. So we spent several years going up there several days a week, several nights a week, rebuilding the organ. And finally in February of 1978, we put on our first concert here.
At that concert, world-renowned organist Don Baker played to a sold-out house. Dale Abraham, who plays a Hammond electric organ at home, remembers what it was like the first time he heard a theater organ.
And as the organist was introduced, and he would come flying up with his flamboyant first number, the organ would rise out of the pit like a phoenix almost, and it used to literally make the hair on my arms stand on end. It would give me goose pimples.
Abraham started collecting theater organ albums at these concerts.
Almost every concert artist brings record albums or CDs or whatever to sell out in the lobby. And I would just go out into the lobby and snap them up in intermission.
Dale plays theater organ music on his radio show, Saturday nights on WDUQ.
I sort of fit theater organ in it on the premise that the title of the program is Rhythm, Sweet and Hot. I do get a good response from it.
To this day, both Dale and Jay feel nothing compares to a real theater organ concert.
You can only get that experience when you're actually there. That's fascinating to me.
For 3 decades, the Society has been doing their part in keeping this mighty, amazing Wurlitzer running just as brightly and theatrical as it once did in its heyday at that Brooklyn Nickelodeon.
That was an awesome story, Danny.
Thanks, Diana. For more information on upcoming concerts and membership, you can check out this website.